Okay, so I did a tour of every unread book on my shelf, so let's go through every read book on my shelves. This is my dog. She's not on my shelves and I have not read her, but she's cute. I have luckily organized them so that I've read everything on this shelf and I have read everything on this shelf. So, we have the Cursebreakers trilogy, including A Curse so Dark and Lonely, A Heart so Fierce and Broken, and A Vow so Bold and Deadly. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I really liked the first book. The second book I think is better than the first book, except it ruins one of the characters in the first book. We don't talk about Bruno, okay? And then A Dog's Life. I haven't read this in so long, I don't even know. The Galaxy Next Door. This is a manga about a alien girl, I think. It's been a while. I don't quite remember it. I think it was fine, but not amazing, but I was intrigued enough to potentially get the next book if I can ever find it. Then we have A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is sad, but it's really, really good. The movie's also good. Stunning. 10 out of 10. Really good. Then we have Our Mistaken Identity and The Hunter in the Room. These are books 1 and 2 in an indie book series. Then we have A School Frozen in Time, volumes 1 through 4. It's the whole series. This follows a group of students who get stuck in school during a snowstorm. We've got some sunscreen that I'm just going to move over there. We have a series of unfortunate events, book 1, The Bad Beginnings. I meant to continue reading this series, but I never did because I just couldn't find the 5th one. And actually, that has happened to me for so many series where I've read the first 4 as a kid, but the 5th one never made it to the library and I never ended up reading the 5th one. This happened with A Series of Unfortunate Events. It happened with The Guardians of Ga'Hoole. It happened with The Magic Tree House. Always the 5th book. Always the 5th book. And so there's several that I just never finished as a kid because I could never get the 5th book specifically. Okay, rant over. Now we have A Sign of Affection, volumes 1 and 2. This is a romance manga where the girl is teaching, she's deaf, and she's teaching the guy sign language. Then we have Ash Princess. This is a classic YA fantasy dystopian-esque. It's not dystopian, I don't think, but it is like, it kind of gives that vibes. Then we have Asylum Voice, volume 1 and 4 and 5. This is another manga with another deaf girl, but this is more of a bully situation where he bullies her, and then it's a whole dialogue around bullying and what that does to both the bullied and the bullier. The bully, not the bullier. Then we have Attack on Titan volumes 1 through 6, and then volume 31. I was able to get volumes 7 through 30 out at the library, and I just haven't bought them. This is a really good series. It's very tight, but it's just not, it's a problem because it's the best series that I've read, like quality-wise. But it's not my favorite, like, just series. Then we have Babel, Mixed Feelings. A Man Called Ove, very good. Everything from Bachman, really good. Speaking of Bachman, Anxious People and My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, both good. I think Anxious People might be my favorite thus far, but I mean, I do still have a sweet spot for a grandmother. Then we have Back and Forth. This is a indie poetry book. I don't even know if you can buy it anymore. Then we have Beyond the Clouds. This is a cute little manga. It's kind of steampunk vibes. Never read the rest, but so far it's good. Okay, then we have the Shadow and Bone trilogy and the Six of Crows duology. Six of Crows is way better. This was still fun, but it wasn't good, but it was fun. Ish, sort of. Love Six of Crows. Kaz and Inej. Amazing. Then we have Demon Slayer. I have volume 1 through 4, volume 7 and 8, volumes 10 and 11, and then 16 through the end of the series, volume 21. Open Eye's my favorite character. Well, Open Eye and also... Oh, I don't have one that has Muichiro on it. Also Muichiro. My biggest gripe with the Demon Slayer series is just... I really wish that we could get to know some of the characters who die before they die. So many characters die, and you barely get to meet them. And then they die. And it's like, brother, if you're going to kill them, at least have me attached first. We have Divergent. It's been so long, I don't even care anymore. Dream of Night. This is a horse girl book about this foster kid who bonds with a horse, like all other horse girl stuff. Educated. This is the one book that I got for college that I actually read all of the way through. Crazy. Another manga for the kid I saw in my dreams. This one, I don't really remember much, and I kind of maybe should just get rid of it because I don't really care. I'm missing The Giver, but I have read The Giver, and then we have the rest of the quartet. This is very good. I actually really like this quartet. I need to reread it because I haven't read it in a while, and so I'm pretty foggy on what these ones are about. Then we have Haiku, volumes 1 through 4. This is like my favorite anime. It's so wholesome. I love it. Then we have Half a King. This is by Joe Abercrombie. This is a YA book about a prince who gets some misfortunes befallen upon him and struggling back to find his way back to his kingdom. Then we have Howl's Moving Castle. This was cute. I like both the book and the movie. Very different vibe. Not very different vibes, but pretty different from each other. But still cute. We have I'm Number 4. I was obsessed with this series in high school. I need to reread it because I haven't read it in a while, but I have some of the better copy editions. And then we have this worse, like, Amazon edition that just really doesn't fit, and I don't like it. But there's that. Down here we have the rest of the Lorien Legacies series. This is just the next generation. Illumine, which I need to reread in order to finish the series. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. That sounds so funny every time saying that title. This is a manga about a girl who's... I can't really say much. It's sad, but it's unexpected, but it's good, but it proves the point in a way I don't like. Like, the ending fits the theme of what it's saying, but that doesn't mean I liked it. Then we have Keeper of the Lost Cities, another one. This one I was obsessed more in middle school with. And it's still not over. Oh my, I know you had kids and I know it's hard, but please, we need the rest of them. It's fine. Okay, then we have Long Way Down. This was very good. This is Inverse, and that was very good. And then we have The Mark of the Lion, book 1, which is A Voice in the Wind. This is a Christian historical fiction. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Very good. Pretty dark though. It is for adults, but it is very good. Then we have Mark of the Thief and Wrath of the Storm. Those are the first and last book in a middle grade series. It was really cute. I liked it. And then we have The Book Thief and Bridge of Clay. Both amazing. Book Thief, amazing. You've heard of it. Bridge of Clay, some people don't like, but I don't think you should compare it to The Book Thief to read it. Then we have Metamorphosis. This is a manga about this girl and this old lady who they bond over reading manga, and it's quite cute and wholesome. And then we have Michael Vey. Michael Vey, I need to get the rest of the books. Also, you want to see something terrible? You want to see something awful? Look at the editions of these books, okay? The first one. That kind of just looks well read, right? A little nugget missing. The rest of them, specifically, okay, we have Flap Up, okay? That's not that bad, right? Book 3, though. Book 3, I think got eaten by some critter. Look at that. I literally can't read some of the words on some of the pages because it's literally the last couple. Yeah. I need to get new copies. Azzy, do you agree? Yeah? Okay, she wants her flamingo. Not actually your flamingo, it's your sister's. And then we have Azzy. Then we have Mistborn. Yeah, it's Mistborn. You've probably heard of it. I don't think I need to go into detail on it. And we have Azzy right here. I've read her. She's a book. She's A doggy. She is 7 months old from yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Give me the shake. Yeah, good shake. Good girl. The belly rubs. Oh, does that feel good? She went on a hike today, so she's all tired. She's all tuckered out. Yeah, you eating me in return? Okay. You can eat me. It's fine. We have several editions of Moby Dick. Because after I read one, I was like, let me just get more copies whenever I find them. So we have the edition that I read. We have a fun Barnes and... Okay, we have a fun Barnes and Noble edition. We have this old version. And we have another... Excuse me, ma'am. I dropped it on the floor. I can't believe it. So rude. We have another version, which is also an older version. Okay, then we have Monday's Not Coming. This is a YA murder mystery-esque book. Okay, then we have Narnia book 1 through 3. Then we have Naruto Volume 1 and One Piece Volume 1. Then we have One Piece box with volumes 1 through 23, but I have only read up to volume 17. I don't want to open it. That takes too much effort. Okay, move those aside. We have The Empty Manger. This is a indie book about these kids who they have to find baby Jesus because he's missing from the manger set at church before midnight, but they can't find him, and they got to run around church trying to find him. Then we have The Magi. There should be Illusion of Fear, and then Beldestein, The Kidnapped Queen, and Unbound. This is all part of the Magi world. This is an indie book series about Magi, who are people with abilities. They live in a separate kingdom. It's a different world than ours. And there's evil people, and they have to fight them, and it's just kind of fun. We have Percy Jack. Oh no, she found her duck. Okay, we have Percy Jackson, books 1 through 4. Read them. Don't remember much. Perfect World, volume 1 through 4. This is another manga romance about this girl and this guy in a wheelchair. And I was quite enjoying it until they did the stupid thing where... Hang on, can I get it back in? Until it did this stupid thing where the girl and the guy or I don't know if that's the same people. Anyway, they gave them another person that they could potentially have a romance with. And I'm like, brother, I don't care. Okay, then we have Rooftoppers. This is a middle grade about a girl who needs to find her mother. So she goes to France and starts playing cello on the roof. We have Seed Folk. This is a series of people in a community who go and they build a community garden. It is quite cute. We have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This is a dystopian in which every problem in the world has been solved except for that of overpopulation. So they have to then have people who kill people so that there's not too many people in the world. We have Smile. Oh, this is such a nostalgic book. I read this over and over again in like elementary school and middle school. This is, I believe, a true story about the author who ended up getting some of her teeth messed up, and then she's gotta get it fixed, and then it's like school vibes and how to deal with that. Snow White with the Red Hair. That is a kind of Snow White-esque reimagining manga spy family. This is about a spy, a telepath, and an assassin. And the spy, Azzy, please. The spy and the assassin have a fake marriage, and they adopt the telepath as their fake daughter, and then it's just kind of fun and games from there. We have Sweet Bean Paste. This is a novel about a man who works in a shop, and she wants to work for him, and then he discovers, like, stuff about her past, and it's kind of cute and wholesome and also kind of sad. Okay, we have the 13th Reality, book 1. This is one I read in middle school. This is about a kid who discovers basically quantum physics, if I recall correctly, but it's been a while. We have the Candy Shop War. This is where different types of candy give kids superpowers, and I don't remember anything else about it. We have, The Dog Who Followed the Moon. This is really cute. This is similar to Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, but it follows a dog and a wolf, and it is very cute. It was really adorable and wholesome and bittersweet. Then we have The House on Mango Street. I lied. There's a second book in college that I read. So, I read that one. I don't really remember what it's about. It's been a while. Then we have The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. And this is about this guy who's a descendant of a snow spirit and his co-worker, who's just like this chill girl at work. And he has a crush on her and she has a crush on him. And it's really cute and adorable. And it's pretty episodic, which is not usually my thing. But it's cute. Then we have The June Boys. This is a mystery about this kidnapper who kidnaps one boy every June. And they're trying to figure out what happens, especially when the main character's brother is the one missing. Then we have The List. This is about a government who has started to ban certain words. And so the main character is trying to keep hold of them and something like that. I remember really, really liking the concept and then just not particularly being interested in the writing. Okay, I lied to you guys because I haven't read anything on this shelf. This is the last shelf of stuff that I've read. Okay, we have The Loop. This is a YA dystopian. That is every single thing that you could shove into a dystopian novel is in this book. We have The Mark of the Dragonfly. This is a really cute middle grade. I talked about it recently, but I quite liked it. Then we have The Miracles of the Namiya General Store. This is about some kids. They break into a general store after having stolen some money, and then they discovered that there are letters being delivered to the store asking for advice. We have volumes 1 through 4, and then 10 through 20 of The Promised Neverland. It's a really good manga. It is about these kids who grow up in an orphanage that is not an orphanage per se. And that's all I can tell you. We have The Raven King. This is a webtoon novelization of a webtoon about this thief who ends up getting hired by the king. We have The Tunnel to Summer. That's a manga about this guy who lost his mother, I believe. Or maybe it's his sister. Or maybe it's both. I don't know. And he wants to, make amends or get them back or whatever. And he finds this magical tunnel that there's a risk involved, but it might grant him one wish. Then we have The Scourge. It's another middle grade. It's very cute. Then we have The Elite. I read the selection series in middle school, and I think I would hate it if I read it now, but now it has nostalgic points, so there's that. Okay, we have the selected poems of Emily Dickinson. I don't remember most of what I thought about that at all. We have The Unwanted. This is a middle grade series about kids who are unwanted, and they get whisked away to a magical world where they get powers and all that stuff. We have the Wings and Fire graphic novels, because I only apparently own one of the actual novels, but dragons. Pretty dark for a middle grade, but dragons. We have Wolf Cry. That is about a Viking, I believe, and an African native, and they end up being brought together, and it's been so long, but I read that book. Then we have Wonder. This is about a kid with I don't know if it's actually specified in the book what it is, but he has a face disfiguration. That was the word I was looking for sweet bean paste. Anyway, he's a disfiguration in his face, and he has to go to school, and he's quite nervous about going to school. Then we have Your Name. This is a body swap kind of magical romance-ish manga that hits I really like. Okay, you can face me. I have this weird sweet spot for manga or worlds or whatever where it's normal except for one aspect of it that becomes magical. I quite like those, and that one does it, and it does it really well. Then we have Welcome to Adulting. This is just a Christian adulting book. Yeah. We have The Way of the House Husband. This is such a cute manga. Okay, this one follows this guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. What is his name? Hang on. Tatsu, right? Tatsu? It doesn't say. Anyway, I think his name is Tatsu. And he was in the Yakuza, so the Japanese mafia, but now he's a stay-at-home house husband. and you get to watch him go grocery shopping. It's amazing. Okay, then we have he's in The Gangster's Guide to Housekeeping. That one's just cute. Then we have Unordinary, Volumes 1 and 2. This is another webtoon novelization. Not novelization, but like they made it into an actual book now. Unordinary is about John, who is powerless in a world full of superheroes, or so it seems. Okay, then we have Vagabond. This is about, this is a true-ish story about, I think it's like a historical retelling almost, about Musashi, who is a vagabond, or who's this guy who... It's complicated, okay? He starts off wanting to kill people, and then he doesn't want to kill people. Okay, and then we have Vinland Saga, which is about Thorfinn, who sets out on a revenge quest to kill the man who killed his father. And then some stuff happens, and then he gets confused. And it's really good, except for the most recent volume that I've read, volume 12, where things get worse. The last book is To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. I read this in middle school, and I don't know how much I even comprehended. So there's that. I don't really know what it's about, really. The only others that I've read are in here, which is The Bookends of a Christian Life, The Case for Faith, Trusting God, The Screwtape Letters, and then Consider the Lilies. And all of those are Christian nonfiction. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That is every book on, well, no. Over there, you can see some of my own books, and I've read all of those, which that's another 4. That is all of the books on my shelves that I have read, which is not as many as unread books on those shelves. So, you'll see what's coming later. Mwahahaha.